Princess Margaret, officially Margaret Rose Windsor, Countess of Snowdon, was born at Glamis Castle, Scotland, on August 21 in 1930. She was the second daughter of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, later known as Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother. She was a beautiful and glamorous British royal. She battled throughout her life to maintain a balance between her independent spirit and artistic temperament and her responsibilities as a member of the British royal family. Margaret was the first member of the royal line to be born in Scotland in about 300 years, at Glamis Castle, the family seat of her mother. Margaret displayed an early interest in music and began taking piano lessons at age 4. When her uncle, King Edward VIII, abdicated, her father became king. She was 6 years old. Her older sister, Princess Elizabeth, as successor to the throne, received a separate education, while Margaret remained to be educated under the supervision of her mother. Additionally, she was required to participate in public events. The documentary, The Crown, depicts the princess as a seductive, troubled modern woman who enjoys music, vices, men, and scandal. Margaret, who became noted for her glitz and beauty, demonstrated an early appreciation for the arts and nightlife. In November 1947, around the time of Princess Elizabeth's wedding, the press began to cover unconventional Margaret's social life and her reputation for vivacity and wit. Margaret, a gorgeous young woman with an 18-inch waist and bright blue eyes, enjoyed mingling with high society and young nobles. She fell in love with Group Captain Peter Townsend, a war veteran who had served as her father's equerry while she was in her early 20s. Margaret was spotted removing lint from Townsend's jacket at her sister's 1953 coronation, revealing their relationship. Despite the fact that Townsend and Margaret desired to wed, the fact that he was divorced rendered the union undesirable, and Margaret received worldwide sympathy in 1955 when she publicly rejected their wedding plans. Royal protocol forbade a member of the royal family to marry a divorced person. In 1958, Margaret was already a prominent figure in London's social and artistic circles when she began an affair with photographer Anthony Armstrong-Jones. The February 1960 announcement of their engagement caught many by surprise. They wed on May 6, 1960, in the first royal wedding to be broadcast on television. In 1961, Armstrong-Jones was made Earl of Snowdon. The couple had 2 children, David, Viscount Linley, born in 1961, and Lady Sarah, born in 1964. However, by the 1970s, the couple had grown apart. Both Snowdons engaged in public love affairs, and the princess scandalized traditional monarchists by forging connections and relationships with actresses, writers, ballet dancers, and artists. She spent a considerable amount of time on the island of Mustique in the Grenadines. When her affair with Roddy Llewellyn, a landscape gardener 17 years her junior, was disclosed in 1976, she lost public sympathy, and her turbulent marriage dissolved in 1978, the first in the British royal line in 400 years. Throughout her long and eventful life, the princess actively supported the Queen in the royal family's public duties. Her specific passions lay in the broad realm of social work and the arts. She was the patron or president of more than 80 organizations, ranging from charity for children to ballet companies. Eventually, her considerable philanthropic efforts, coupled with a fresh, more modern understanding of the limited options she faced, earned her a measure of public esteem. Her health deteriorated in the last 20 years of her life. She was a heavy smoker for most of her adult life and had a lung operation in 1985, a bout of pneumonia in 1993, as well as 3 strokes between 1998 and 2001. The beautiful princess passed away in London in February 2002. Thank you for watching.